motion to accept the minutes of the last meeting. What was that?
That's correct.
Do I have a motion?
I make a motion,
Okay.
accept them as read.
And second by Sherry. All those in favor?
I made an adjustment after I sent them to you. And it's related to, I had made a blanket statement about the liquor control. That various motions were made, and then I entered the motions after I sent you the copy of those minutes. So, just so that that's acknowledged.
Okay. All right. On my list first. We never can get anybody to be on the planning commission, and now we have a lot, which is great. We put two in last meeting, Archie and Renee, yeah, Patterson. And Justin.
No, we actually put,
Renee and Archie.
Yeah.
no, I think John Libby and
John Libby.
John Libby and Archie.
Archie.
Yeah. And Renee had asked.
And Renee had asked along with that other person, and we said we would
Justin
discuss it at a future meeting.
Oh, I thought we put
That's
Renee in last time.
No.
I notified her that she's in.
There you go.
Well, you sent an email
I
to me
sent an
asking
email,
me
yes, it
if
was
it's
an
okay,
email.
and I said, if there's a vacancy, sure,
All right.
fine.
All right, so-
That's what I responded.
Okay, that's
We'll
fine.
confirm her tonight, but I talked to John Libby, and he said we can have as many people as we want. I think it's nice that a younger person wants to be on the planning commission. And he kind of called, I guess I didn't see his before I saw Renee's. John said what we could do if we wanted to, at least right now, is maybe create an alternate. Have Justin be the alternate. He can go to the meetings, he can have his input and everything, and then if somebody is not there that's normally there, he can vote. Is that something you consider?
Oh, yeah.
I don't see why not. It
Was
used-
there any reason why not?
If
Well,
you know, if he wants to take part and be active, I think
I think that's
all,
great.
all the
Well,
merrier.
it used to be,
Yeah.
it used to be a 9-member board.
Right,
And it
and
was
we had to
reduced
shave
to
it down 'cause
7,
nobody
because
wanted
no
to
one
do it.
wanted to
Right.
serve on it. Now,
So that would
No,
make
that's-
8, but he would, they wouldn't have a tie because he wouldn't be able to vote unless he was actually there as an alternate, but he could go and input, he can listen to information. And then
absolutely.
maybe we'll change it later if we can get another, if we get another person or whatever, we'll go up to 9 or so.
I don't have any problem with
Okay.
that.
Sounds good.
I would vote to approve Renee Patterson in absentia,
Yes.
because we thought we already did it, and to have Justin Shepherd be the alternate.
That works.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so I'll call him tomorrow. Got a letter from Sarah Berger, wanting to know when I don't remember doing this, but wanting to know when we're gonna put signs on Union Street that say no ATVs. Did we ever agree to that?
Thought there was a sign on it already.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, where's Union Street?
It's below the school.
It's Union Street and
goes-
South Street, I don't know. I
Oh,
think-
yeah,
it
it
goes
changes at the
around, yeah.
corner,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I think South Street has one, I'm not sure about Union Street.
Okay, because I did look on the list of streets, it's not on
I
there
don't
for
really think a
ATVs.
sign makes a whole lot of difference.
It doesn't, because if they're on there, and they're not supposed to be, the sheriff, in fact, he was called in, that was the thing. We don't have any extra signs around.
No extras, we
Okay.
use them all.
And if you think there's one on South Street, let's check that out tomorrow and I'll tell her.
Is there one on Dewey North Ave, or is it just Dewey?
No, you can go on North Ave and Dewey, right?
No, there's one on, right there on the corner of Dewey, it says no ATVs,
Corner of Dewey.
I think on Dewey,
Dewey and Providence.
yeah, there's one there.
So you can go down North Ave then?
I wish it's in
I'm
the
not
cover.
sure, we'd have to have the,
Yeah, no,
I don't know
I just
what-
haven't noticed it today.
yeah.
I've actually.
There's a
have-
few streets that are open, but I thought it was just the main corridor ones.
Or is that the main corridor? Well, I know it's facing Dewey Street. Dewey Street's here, and the sign's right there by
I
that
think,
house.
I'm pretty sure, I've got the thing, it's in the car, and I just don't want to leave the meeting, but we'll check it out. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check that out tomorrow, and can make a decision next time, or I'll talk to you.
Yeah,
Check the streets.
well, while we're talking about ATVs,
Yeah, Well, I'm gonna talk about it more, so
I know. All right, go ahead.
you can talk to me about it then, okay? When I
Yeah,
do
sure,
that one.
absolutely.
Okay, somebody asked me, if we're still gonna clean up by the river like we talked about last year down behind. Do you have time to do that?
You know, with an excavator and stuff in there. Well, I think we ought to look at our town plan and see what that calls to do, and
Okay,
you can't just go digging around in
Rectifying.
wetlands
well,
and
we also have,
edges of the
yeah,
river without checking a few things
Yeah.
first.
exactly, because you know who'll be on
I
it,
don't know what our town plans, they had big plans for that at one point, I don't know.
I know.
A lot of it's brownfields, I think,
Yeah.
it's contamination,
But I
and
know
I don't really wanna open up
Nancy
a
Patch
can
has
of
been
worms.
there, and I know there's some stuff we're not supposed to touch,
Right.
so we'll.
What section of the river is it?
It's not, it's.
Down kind of by Northland in the back there,
Okay,
from,
yeah.
from basically here up the
When you're
river to
canoeing or
Northland.
kayaking down through, it's beautiful on the back side of that. And the theory
Can't see
is
it,
to
yeah.
access it from out
Okay.
in the town so you can see the beauty throughout.
Now that the canoe and kayak shack isn't there, it's down here, that's gonna
Right.
change it all anyway,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Because
And we're gonna
that's a
have
rough
gas
river to
tanks
hike.
But it-
Well,
but
there
it's-
never was
it's
a path,
running-
there never was a path established to that shack.
Yeah, but it will be running alongside the rail trail extension if that ever
If it ever
happens.
happens,
Right.
so.
You know, so, because it's gonna come right through the woods there past the castle and down below Main Street all the way to behind Weatherby's, so. I assume that's the section of the
Yes.
river that you're talking about,
Yeah.
so. All right, I'll just make a note that we'll take a look at it.
Take a look at it.
More permitting issues.
I attended a meeting Friday night with the ATV Club, Queen Wells, and we discussed a couple of things. We kind of talked about how things were going the past couple of years. And I thanked them for being in the parades and stuff, and I told them we were having a little more law enforcement, that one of our agreements was they've got to deal with the ATVs. Of course, we all know it's not the club or the legals, it's the illegals. And speaking of, that, I told them that now that we have the sheriffs, they're gonna be checking that, and I talked to the deputy the other day, I think he's given out 2 tickets already, and warnings, and what he does, it's Andre that's done this, he's run off copies of our ATV ordinance in all the streets that you can do them. He says if it's the first time and they're not around, he says he gives them the ordinance, says read this, these are the streets you can go on, and he says if you do it again, automatic ticket, no second chance, that's it. And I think he gave out 2 tickets last week too. So,
Good.
we're hoping, that that's gonna clear up. They did want to know, because now that Fred's is down there, and we moved the shack, they have a sign that says trailhead there, that's where you stop and you can park your car and take your ATV off and have a picnic and stuff. Well, they wanna move it now, because there's gonna be tanks and stuff there, so we're talking about places, and the first place they were talking about was where you guys, right behind Mayhew's store. But I said, why would you want us, yeah, you could park there, I guess, but I said, there's nothing to picnic or anything. Then we started talking about Davis Park, where they'd love to have it, and I said, I don't see any reason why they couldn't. There's a bathroom there, there's picnic tables already there. People can come park, take off, come back, use the bathroom, use the
Yeah,
picnic
That does
tables.
make sense.
If anybody's got any objection to that, I need to know tonight, because I'm gonna let them know one way or the other.
My thing would be to notify them that it has to be legal ATVs.
Well, yeah, that's,
Okay, but, I'll have
nobody's
the,
gonna travel here from somewhere else with an illegal one on the back of a trailer, probably.
well, I'm gonna have, I'm gonna request that
Yeah.
the sheriff park there occasionally.
Well, that's in
And then,
our plan, right?
and then,
Yeah.
because
check it,
I
check
saw
it.
today,
2 of them went on the lawn.
five illegals today.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really see any on the lawn.
Bridget did.
No, she didn't. She saw them, I saw when she was filming them, they were in the parking lot doing donuts and
She
stuff.
said they were on the back.
And I responded to her
Yeah.
that that's a result of that car that was down there
The
Thursday
other
night.
Yeah.
So,
And Archie filmed it.
yep, no, I got the
Okay,
copies of them, yeah.
okay.
And I'll get with the
It's great
sheriff about
because
it.
when he called, it was like within an hour, and Archie found it right off the cars that he was.
Yep,
What was the car?
Silver
it was-
Volvo?
well, there was 2 of them, a silver Volvo and a silver something. It's kind of beat up and it's the second car that caused all the damage, but we get film of them when they left the park and they went up They went all the way up Province Street and around past
By
the,
the cameras.
past the crossing. So we got pictures of them. I got them at my house, and
North of Lucille, there's we got them on camera, a silver Audi doing donuts in the yard.
Oh, maybe it was.
So-
no, this second car was pretty beat. It was, in fact, Arky thought it had a different color door, but I don't see that. But anyway, it's that's what caused it, and they made a few different loops.
Okay.
And you can see,
It wasn't
they went
forward.
down and they went around, and no, because when I came out of the house with the dog, the headlights were headed right to my house.
Right.
So,
So
yeah.
if we turn those over to the police.
Yep,
maybe we get
absolutely.
I mean, we need to use them, we need to keep calling them and let them know.
I think Davis Park would be an excellent location for any
And if you
recreational
have more
activity.
If you have more people there, less other people will go there to do things because they'll have a lot of.
The only thing is I can tell you right now, before it happens, you'll have complaints from the guessers, you'll have complaints from,
What, if somebody parks in the parking lot?
no, about ATVs in general.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and if you follow on the economic development site, that they're gonna have a scavenger hunt potentially run between them and the golf course. And
Well, it's
they'd
gonna go all the way around.
Well, they'd go around towns to different businesses.
Well, they're on
and-
Marvin Road and they're going to Berkshire and.
I understand that, but some of the guessers' feedback has been, one of them is bad enough, and I'm very sorry to hear that there's gonna be all kinds of, and I've talked to other responsible side-by-siders, side-by-siders, is that a word? And they're very concerned about the unregistered, the ne'er-do-wells that are out there.
And those won't be the people on the rally.
I understand that,
They don't pay to enter.
but it's very difficult to differentiate a legitimate side-by-sider and
Right.
a
That's
renegade.
where the cops come in, and
Well,
I'm not a side-by-sider, but I know that if they're going through, they're not the ones that are racing and screaming and, they're going, and when roaring thunder comes through the motorcycles, I love it. I mean,
Yeah,
I sit
yeah,
in
no.
front and watch it.
and I'm
They're
not,
gone.
believe me, I'm not opposed to the people that are legal, but when I see somebody,
Right,
some kid, no helmet, with a kid sitting on the back, facing
Yeah.
the back,
Those ones
and they're going 70 miles an hour past my house, and
Police come in.
I'm very concerned about
so
that.
the problem is too, we don't have, during the summer, we'll have a sheriff here every day.
Right, I understand.
During the day, right now we don't because school's in session, but
Yep.
that should take care of some of that when he's here all day
Right.
long, okay?
No, I'm very supportive of them. I mean, the responsible ones are doing a great job.
Trying to
And,
bring in some business.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Just like automobiles.
Yeah, right.
Responsible ones are good, but the Haggans are Haggans.
That's right.
You got the
Same
illegal
thing.
ones, yeah.
So if they pick up a few tickets, it might start,
No,
it's
I agree.
early in the season yet, but I understand.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think
I used to have Skittles
any,
going across my lawn in the middle of town, but,
any recreational activity that you can point to Davis Park, I think is a plus.
me too.
I think it can be a destination point for people,
Oh,
whether it's even, reproduce those old town walking maps that,
Yeah.
there's three routes that start at Davis Park.
Right.
They go up North Avenue, they go up the other way into downtown,
Yeah.
or the village, whatever.
I think another good spot would be over to the town garage, but I think that would
Well,
tend
we
to
asked
put,
about that too,
well, not actually in the garage parking lot, out front, where
the sand is.
the road side of the old tracks, all that land there is town land. It's
Well,
it's
they-
just long.
They'd be happy to have more than one too.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
But the only thing there, they may tend to wanna go on the
Linda,
rail
Rail
trail.
How
trail,
does the rail trail
we got
feel
people out
about them?
they
front
don't
wanting
let
to get
them,
in.
what's
We
that?
got some people out front wanting to go in.
I'll get them.
We have,
How did you know?
I just got a text. Came up on my watch, they weren't gonna let us in.
Did I turn the TV on?
You have to make sure, because I don't know how, that the door is shut tonight, I've been warned when we're done the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, because the lock doesn't
How to
work.
lock it and unlock it.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess it's been left open a couple times and,
Free access.
Oh, I don't know. What
I don't
else?
know how, but, I
Well,
don't know.
I've been
Better
trying to
come
call the
and find your
locksmith, but
kicked in.
apparently you got hold of him.
Yeah, he's
We'll
coming
talk about-
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what he says, let's hope he does.
And he's supposed to be here Wednesday, he has everything he needs,
Good. Okay, I'll wait till they get in here.
supposedly. Because he did tell me that a month ago, but,
Well, I tried to call him 3 or 4 times and he never was there.
well, no, the one that I got the
Green
phone number
Mountain.
from,
The one we used before.
Green
the one she
Mountain
gave.
no longer, the gentleman is by himself, I finally got hold of him, took a month and a half. Finally got hold of him, busy, no answer, leave a message.
I'll be
leave a
back
message.
at 1.
Right, and he's never back,
I know.
he's been sick.
Oh, okay. So
And
you got
he-
somebody
it's
else?
just him,
Okay.
yes, it's
Curtis?
security lock,
Hi.
it's security lock out of Newport area.
Oh, good,
over that way.
okay. All right, so nobody has any objections to trailhead there, and I could
I don't
offer
really.
others if you,
I'm good.
I thought that would be good.
okay. And they'll move their sign down there, and I don't know where we want it. You can help me with that, because I don't know if it's, I don't want it in the way of the snowplow or whatever. And we're gonna move the cabin over, so I'll tell them it's a go. But it was a good meeting, they're trying to do golf tournament, they're trying to do a lot of different fundraisers and stuff, and
Are they working on an actual trail system yet?
they're
Mark?
trying to get in, of course Montgomery said no, they're trying to get up over, to go to the, over the mountain. But I guess they said there was a petition over Montgomery, I don't know if it'll change it or anything, but yeah, they're trying to get some actual trails, they're gonna get back to, they had some
I
ideas,
was
but,
hoping they worked fairly hard on it.
right.
Don't want them just riding the roads. I thought they were gonna have a trail
Well,
system to go
they're
with
trying,
it.
but you have to go into everybody's land and get their permission, so I think they're working on that, and they were working on trying to go over the mountain. I mean, it makes more sense if you can come and really have a good ride
Yeah,
and come
exactly.
from somewhere else and then buy some gas and some,
I'll say if they start going up Stevens Mills and up Brook Street towards the reservoir and everything, we
Yeah.
may wanna invest in some signs to
They
protect
talked-
our water source up
Right.
there.
Yes.
they did talk,
You know,
we
like
can
Carol
get them to
McCoskey's
pay
camp
for it.
even, and
Yep.
Absolutely,
we
yeah.
gotta protect our water source.
Yeah, and we can get them to pay for it, and they also said that Vasa, is it Vasa or Vasta?
Vasa.
Vasa. If you go on somebody's land and they need some fixing for the trail, that they would do that.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people aren't even aware that that's, you
We're trying to
know,
get that out, they're trying to
protected
get that out to
watershed.
them. Because they're trying to get up over Cleland's property, and that's one of the holdups.
when they start going there, they're gonna be up
Yeah,
by the
up by
dam, up by the
Dee's.
dam, and
Yeah, yeah,
the water source.
yeah, exactly, but I'm sure.
The sign's there, but they need renewing. They're
Okay.
been
I'll
shot up,
Tell them that they need to start
Shot
planning.
shot up.
Yeah. I'll tell them they need to.
We'll give you a
start
vest and a whistle. Or no, that's your problem now, right?
Big stick.
Signs to protect the water sources, I'll tell them to start planning on some of their money to go to that if they want it. Okay, and as I said, I had talked with Sheriff Andre about four-wheelers and some other issues that are going on. We already talked about that. Andy and I went over to the post office the other day, we're gonna talk about that at the end, it's about the
Okay.
the roof and stuff, so we'll do that at the end, because we're gonna have a lot to say about that. We got a lot of different pieces of it, and we're gonna bring it all together tonight, and we're gonna get it done tonight, so.
We already got
No
quotes.
matter how late it takes, what?
Everybody's already got quotes.
Well, and I already had sent them the report on the mold, which there isn't any, by the way.
I didn't think it would be.
But we'll go over that, we'll
I
go over
talked
that.
to 2 roofers
No,
that do
wait till-
roofing,
Yeah,
and that's what
let's
they
wait.
said too.
Let's wait. Plus, there's no test for mold. You either see it and smell it, or there isn't any. So, okay, go ahead,
If I could,
Yep.
because it's nowhere else on the agenda, I figured it comes on you. A lot of discussions the past week about the trash situation. I'm supposed to get a list from Kylie of non-resident participants
non-resident, what does that mean?
in the trash, the special district.
Yeah,
Everybody is supposed to participate in the trash program.
that's the law.
Right now, when I spoke to Ben Sylvester, he has 16 to 20 customers within the special district. So we're paying,
No, go ahead.
No?
No after, no,
okay,
no.
we're paying Bruce Weatherby based on the number of
Correct.
residences.
Correct.
And these people aren't paying, and many of them have trash liability over $1,000.
Yep,
Okay, there's $133,000 receivable. Okay, so the bottom line is, and I have a solid waste meeting on Wednesday night, and I'd like a consensus decision from this board as to whether or not you want me to pursue all angles, which would include a drop-off site from Northwest Supervisory Unit, yes,
Yeah.
sure. Northwest Solid
Waste.
Waste, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
And you can delete that part on the tape. And whether or not the town wants to stay in the trash business, and there's some alternatives. Right now, the trash business is breaking even. Even with the delinquents and this $130,000 receivable, because of what we're charging per quarter and so forth. Potentially, and I'm waiting for a response from the state, we could go to a single can. It would cost some money to set it up, and the stickers would all go away, and everybody would be responsible for this single container, fill it half full, whatever they want to do, and that would be a surcharge for the village on their annual tax bill. Let's say a quarter was going to cost $90. They'd get a thing on their tax bill that said $360 special district trash service. Or we could try to extend it to the entire town, and then it would just be a town expense that would roll into the regular property taxes. But obviously that's 3 different directions, and I'm not gonna make much progress chasing all 3 options. If we wanna be out of the trash business, I'm quite sure that the district will be willing to put in a drop-off site, probably at the town garage, probably over on the one side. They need space for like 4 roll-offs. You know, you got a couple of dumpsters there for like green up day anyway. I don't know what you're storing there, sand or whatever, if we gotta move it to another part of the yard or whatever. And it would be staffed by the district. I'm not sure what the expense would be to the town. I'm gonna find out Wednesday night at the meeting.
Good.
And other than that, I don't see us moving forward with a stickering system. If you want, I can put a RFP out in the summer for an expiring contract in September. And we can chase it that way. And we probably will have to anyway, because the district might take as long as 18 months to
Well, let me
get everything
let's
set
say
up.
some of this is the cart before the horse, because first of all, they can have all the Ben Sylvester they want. They're still gonna get billed for the stickers, because that is the statute in Richford, and that is
understand
in Montpelier. To change that, we need to vote and see what the people want. Before we go and do some other things, we have to see if they wanna keep it or they wanna get rid of it. And if they wanna
understand.
keep it, then we can put out the bid and we can try to revamp it, so maybe we don't do stickers, or maybe he pays us more, or whatever, and then.
The problem, okay, I'm sorry, go
What we
ahead.
also need to do is have a meeting with John and talk to him about it.
I've met with them and talked
Well, we
about all
need
the
to-
options.
know.
I understand
We
that.
need to have a meeting and put these options out, but
That's a little, he's the current hauler. That would
that's right, he
be,
has a contract till September.
Right.
And all these people that say they've got Ben Sylvester, well, you moved here, this was the rule, they made it, it's a law, as far as I'm concerned, a
They
statute.
took a bunch of people off the system.
She did, and I told her to put them back on, because you can't just say to people when they come in, oh, well, no,
Well,
you don't have to be on it. Yeah, you do till
I
September.
I don't know what the policy of the past board was when it was voted that we should not be in the trash business.
We had no business
And-
voting that.
Well, but you did. I mean,
know.
and I wasn't on the board, so I can't say.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it has given the town a nice black eye because,
No, I know that.
because Kylie is only operating under the information that she knows, and she told them, you can have anybody you want. And the other thing is, they should also be collecting compost waste. That went into effect in July of last year, but everybody ignored it because of the COVID-19 stuff. So,
How many people compost?
well, that's the point.
I know.
Right now, Solid Waste
That's not
District
our-
has all of the commercial customers. They do the schools, they do the restaurants. I don't know, do they do you guys too? Yeah. And then there's, in St. Albans town and city, there's about, I want to say 250 residential customers right now that the Solid Waste District is picking up. It's not realistic to think that they can go county-wide. They have 2 counties that they cover. And they would, Ben Sylvester is collecting compost right now. And he's equipped, and again, I'm not,
And he bid on this same contract.
I understand.
Okay, it's not like he has been shut out.
No.
We advertised bids outside, and he bid on the contract, and he didn't bid as low as Bruce Weatherby.
no, he was the low bid, and Bruce Weatherby was
Are you
second.
sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Well,
So,
even so, you.
but it doesn't matter, you don't have
Lawnmower wasn't the low
to,
bid
you
either.
don't have to accept the low bid.
No, you
That's-
don't.
I
know
understand
you
that.
don't. It's who you like.
And I
Does a good
don't-
job.
Personally, it doesn't matter to me whether it's John, whether it's Ben, whether it's the
Right.
Solid Waste
Me
District.
neither, but
My
you have to ask
concern,
the people
okay, that's fine.
first.
But my concern is based on the people's decision,
Then we can decide what to do.
well, it
We
might
have
be,
to do the charter. I can send you. the
I understand, no, I have the charter with me, right, it's in my
No, I
bag.
talked to a lawyer back when this was all going on and I
Mhm.
was doing garbage.
Yeah.
And the same thing, I came up with the same thing you did. And not just me alone, a majority of the board came up with the same thing. And so I contacted a lawyer and then she sent me the different things that we would need to do about changing the charter, bringing it to a vote.
Mm-hmm. I understand, and I've
stuff.
seen some lawyers'
I can send you that.
documentation
Right.
on the table in the other office about changing the charter
Yeah, that's
related
probably
to trash
So when you
collect.
say nothing's done, you're on the trash now. Look through that charter stuff, set up the vote, decide what we're gonna do, and bring back anything you can find.
Well, I think that the vote needs to be whether or not we want A or B.
Yeah, we could tax them, we can do all kinds of things, but we need to vote.
I understand that, I'm not opposed to that, okay?
And I think that comes
But-
first, that's all.
It's right in the charter. What I'm saying is, I would like to know, just as general purpose, how this board feels in consensus as to how you would like to move forward. Should I be chasing private options, or should I be chasing drop-off site, or should I be chasing, I can do whatever this board wants, okay? And personally, it doesn't matter to me, because I'm happy with
Bring us all the
curbside.
options you wanna find, and but.
Okay,
Remember.
We're actually pretty limited to do anything unless we change the charter.
I was gonna
I understand that.
Exactly.
By the charter right now, it has to be basically a private collection, doesn't it?
We
or
can
the
do-
town could do it like they
Or
used
the
to
town,
with,
but
They
it
used to
would
do
still
it.
be,
they used to go out to
So
the,
we
be a
had to
private.
dump, we had to dump.
so
Yeah, I
I think
understand.
basically we need to come up with some ideas on how we wanna proceed. Do we wanna keep A, do we wanna do B, or could we go with C? And
I think the biggest issue is the billing, taking care of the
Yeah.
billing
Yeah.
part.
right.
Yep,
The charter says the town has to provide garbage pickup.
but
Right.
not
But we
billing.
can subcontract it out, I would think, to a hauler and let him deal with the billing and everything, I would think.
Well, how would you feel about that?
That's why.
That
we-
was
That's what I
another-
think ought to
That's why we
happen.
need
Why
to
should
talk
the
to
town
John
have to be in the
first.
garbage billing?
that would basically take care of the issue of the town clerk doing the billing then.
Right.
So it'd be left up to the trash hauler.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
First
then,
wants to make
If
it
the
come-
charter wording lets us do that. I don't know
Yeah, I think we
the
just have
charter
to
wording
provide it.
exactly,
I
but.
think we just have to.
I'll get some legal opinions.
Request for clarification and some commenting on the recovery of the fees that haven't been paid. Are the bills sent to an address or to a property owner, being that if there is a landlord who owns multiple properties, do they get the bill for
Yes.
each property?
Yeah. And we put liens on the property if there is an outstanding.
Is there any correlation to the revenue outstanding being from multiple property owners?
No, it's, I mean.
It's varied.
I'll give you for instance, I got a call from a person on Liberty Street Extension. She says, I've been with Sylvester for a couple of years, and I got a bill from the town. And I said, yes, because you're in the special district and you would owe these monies. But I don't have any stickers. I said, well, the first time
Okay.
you don't pay for your stickers, you don't get stickers for the next quarter. I looked her up in the records, and she currently owes the town $1,008, okay? Which means she hasn't been paying for years, okay? Because it's $84 a quarter.
Stickers either,
And they're not getting stickers, exactly.
but there'll be a lien when she sells her
She
house.
said, well, how can I use the town service? And I said, pay for the stickers, okay? And then and there's all these other ancillary issues. Everybody says, well, John shouldn't pick up from them. Well, he can't
Well,
have his
it's
drivers
something
walk
that's-
around with a sheet that
Well,
says, don't go to
that's
this
where the
address.
miscommunication is. There's
Yeah.
no communication
Right.
between like Kylie's office and
Right.
in the hauler.
This is
Right.
what we should do. People who don't pay should be taken off list because we're paying John for those people. That's where we're in debt.
That's
We're
where
paying
Kylie's
John
started.
for the people that are not getting picked up.
Right.
But that's when they go hire Sylvester.
Yeah, so we
So
go,
that's what
but we
happened.
still can bill them, we can still put it on their thing, or we can put it in the taxes, but we
Well, the
should
other-
erase those people from John's list,
She did.
so he's not charging us.
She did.
Well, then that's gonna help.
But he doesn't charge us. We pay per residence in the
Right.
special district. And he doesn't have any idea, he doesn't look at a street address and say, oh, 122 River Street, they haven't paid for 2 months, which is me, okay? And,
But we give him
so,
that list, we
but-
give him that list.
but he's still gonna pick up, because the truck's gonna come and they're gonna see a can with stickered, but they can't differentiate.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna run out of stickers eventually.
Yeah, and then I pay my bill and I get new stickers. There's such a black market still for stickers. You know,
Yeah.
anybody can buy stickers.
people are-
You live out in the town, you wanna put your rubbish out, go and, buy a couple stickers and they'll come and collect it from you. They will too. And that's the process, because he doesn't want to let the town down.
Right.
And he's getting independently wealthy because he's collecting from people that aren't paying. And I agree, it's a huge issue for the town clerk to be doing the quarterly billing.
Right?
We need to take that away. I will approach John and see if he wants to handle all of the stickers, and if he wants to handle all of the billing, and they can pay him directly, and
That would be the courteous thing to do.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think just listening to the discussion, that suggestion of whatever need to be done to roll it into part of the taxes. as
That's
the
something we
special
could look
district.
into.
Would some
It's-
Fairfax,
town that
another
will
town
use
does
it or
that.
not,
Well,
or
but
does
they're
the
all
district
together.
tax?
That's the
Well,
difference
Sheffield
here.
does it, there's some, I got a news article from Sheffield.
But we're different because
We're different because we
we're the
voted it in
special
50 years ago.
district. We're the special district. It's just like if you went out into the town,
Just like water.
yeah, I was gonna say, and started to bill the town for water and sewer, even though they don't have water and they don't have sewer.
Well, some
And-
do.
Yeah, and there is some properties that have only water and no sewer,
Right.
like up on the hill, the whole,
Absolutely.
so there's a lot of,
Well, I would say you need to
Holes.
go out and do some research and bring it back to us.
oh, I've been doing my research, so.
Right.
All I'm saying is,
It's not easy, because it would have been done years ago.
Right, it
That's
would've
why
been
it
easy.
keeps lingering and nobody changes.
is there an opinion of this board, just off the top of your head, as to how you would like to go? And I know you're operating from a position of not the best information.
Right.
But the past board voted to throw them out. And there's still 3 members that,
I didn't vote to throw them out.
okay,
I
like
personally
that.
like the transfer station
I do
idea,
too.
where they come in with dumpsters and you can go get rid of a couch, you can go
Yeah.
get rid of tires, you
I
can
like
go get rid of
that.
anything you want.
But John also talked about doing that.
he can't get the permits for it. it would have to be a district thing, because they have the leverage to get the, because,
Basically like Montgomery.
Right.
That seems to work well.
Yeah.
And yet, if you still want your garbage picked up, you can get hold of Sylvester. Or get hold
absolutely.
of John, or get hold of Jesse.
That's
Somebody
correct.
will come.
Right.
yeah,
In
that's
order to
correct.
do that, though, you have to change the charter, correct?
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Right.
That's what we have to do.
I understand
first.
that, but I think it's come to the time where we need to change the charter.
Then we need to move forward on that
That's
part
my
of it
feeling.
first.
Well, and that's what my thoughts were, is, give the people
A
a
choice.
choice, basically, on what they want.
Right.
And-
Then we
and-
And if they want trash hauled, they can hire any hauler they want.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
It should be up to them to hire who they want anyway, I think.
Right.
I don't see why the town has to ram it down their throat.
I'm in
Who the hauler.
agreement. I don't want to be in the trash business. One less headache I gotta deal with.
Okay, one at a time. And-
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying this is a bigger issue than we can. We should
I
have it on the-
understand.
We should have it
We'll-
on the agenda.
Yep, we'll
for us
move
to
along.
talk. You want
I'm
one
sorry.
last word, Curtis?
No, if you're ready to move on, I won't
Okay,
keep
you want
going.
to tell us to move on?
No.
So,
And-
get some information, I think we need to talk to John, but I will tell you one instance where they told somebody didn't have to be on the trash.
Right.
They immediately put a dumpster in. I immediately got a call from the neighbor that all the rats were coming out, the place was an absolute mess because they didn't have to be on the garbage.
I can
Right.
confirm it.
And she lives next door.
I live behind them, and I was
No,
going to
and-
across my back lawn.
And that's what's gonna
Personally,
happen, just to say.
I agree. Personally,
I like it. I didn't like it when I moved
I
here.
don't think we need
overriding,
dumpsters.
the overriding opinion of myself is that you're gonna have trash on the streets, you're gonna have rodent problems, you're gonna have all kinds of vermin, raccoons and stuff all over the town. And I don't think that's the way you wanna go. Now, if I'm a resident of the special district, I would vote to continue to have curbside pickup because it's the cheapest way to go. And
Yeah,
I don't
you
care
guys-
as long as my trash goes away.
Right.
And so,
You guys get cheaper trash hauling than I do out in the town.
Yeah.
Hiring-
Absolutely.
Hiring John to do it myself. You
Yep.
guys get away cheaper.
Because
than-
they could drive
Absolutely.
farther.
Right.
absolutely, there's no question. And that's why I think we set up a vote, and they're gonna say, no, leave it as it is. I don't wanna pay more.
And
And they would under any other scenario.
one more comment.
Yeah, with that, as far as like a transfer station, people are not gonna get up in the morning and load their bags of garbage in their cars. You know where they're gonna be? They're gonna be out on the curb, they're gonna be in the ditches, you know, cause they ain't gonna
Does
wanna,
Montgomery
go do it
have that issue
themselves.
though?
The
Montgomery?
thing I like
You're
about
used to it.
a transfer station is you can get rid of anything. You won't
Right.
find, I don't think
That's
you'll
correct.
find the couches and the tires and the
Yeah,
chairs
yeah.
beside the road as much
Right.
Yeah.
as you do now. If we had a
Because
place where you could get rid of it.
There'd be 4 roll-offs. One would be trash, one would be recycling, one would be compost, one would be hazardous or other.
Right.
Like you could take computers there and TVs and they wouldn't show up in the fire department dumpster.
But they
And
get
they
money
wouldn't-
for that dumpster, so that's a good.
No,
Not for the
that's for
plastic.
metal though. They don't get it for the TVs and
No, no, no.
computers and stuff.
You know, do you ever go up to, like, is it Abercorn or Sutton? They're, like, once a month, they all put out their furniture and their, even stuff they wanna get rid of, and I don't know if the town picks it up, or.
I was told
what.
back when the town used to collect, they had a couple of days a year that was a special collection.
We could
And
do
you
that.
could put anything out, like,
That's what they do in the state of Maine.
Yeah.
Like 2 days a year,
Who
you,
pays for it, though?
I have no,
Probably
I
on their
could find
taxes.
out from my brother.
Yeah, there's a lot of different.
Anyway,
ideas, so
I know
think we should
it's-
gather all that information.
it's a hot topic for me, anyway. I wish it wasn't so hot. And also, talking to the town clerk, we also may have an opportunity, if we can get away from the complications of the quarterly trash billing, that we could make water and sewer a quarterly type of bill, which would be much more palatable
Yeah.
to the people that
I
get
think it
it.
would be too.
Because they wouldn't be paying $600 every 6 months. It's a lot easier for somebody to come up with $300 than it is to come up with $600.
But that's the topic for.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just throwing it out
I
there.
don't
So,
wanna cut you off, but we really need to really talk about this, and it's.
yep, I got you. I will put it on the next agenda, or request that it goes on the next agenda.
Okay.
I'm sorry, one other thing.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
The police calendar.
I got one, for last week.
I think we should all have it. And it should, the reason I bring this up is because last Thursday when the car was tearing up Davis Park, called the sheriff, nope, not today.
Wasn't it Thursday night?
It was Thursday night,
It
yeah.
varies,
Yep. And
We would know who to call.
one suggestion,
okay.
if you will, that, and I mentioned it to you the other day, I think it'd be a lot easier to keep the schedule correct if we had coverage from Wednesday through Saturday, okay? Then the extra day becomes the first week it's Sunday, the next week it's Monday, the next week it's Tuesday, and
But as it was explained to us, we in Enosburg have to be at the same time, because they back each other up.
do you think
And it
Enosburg,
varies every week, it's not the same every week.
do you think that Enosburg would be opposed to that? I can call them and ask them.
It's whatever both of us can do, they have to have the two together so they can, if they need backup.
Okay,
That's what he
before-
told us in that meeting.
I understand. Before I go to Enosburg, would you support that as a scheduling mechanism?
Sure, I don't care when many of us, as long as they're here.
Works for me.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay? And, because that's when the majority of the crime is anyway, Wednesday
Oh.
through Saturday. I know,
When
and I
we
saw
don't have
that.
them on Thursday, as you saw.
I know, well, but we would have them on Thursday.
Yeah, but it
And
could've
I
happened
did
on
see,
Wednesday.
I
You
did
never
see
know.
a police chase go past my house yesterday afternoon.
Yep, they were chasing somebody. I already got a complaint about it. They were going too fast.
Yeah, they were going very fast.
And
So,
we've also gotten from Roger that please don't try to talk to them when they're in the middle of a chase or a arrest or they're reprimanding somebody, all of us, not you.
Yeah, no, I
But
agree.
don't go over and say, hi, I'm on the select board and you need to be doing that. Don't-
Didn't
no.
happen.
No, I know, but
Okay.
it must have happened just somewhere because he mentioned it to me. I said, fine, we don't have any business,
You-
even as private citizens, going in and.
I call them in.
Yeah.
I know.
When they're trying to work, just leave them
it's,
alone.
absolutely.
Complain to the sheriff after, if you don't like.
Absolutely, and
And
that's what I
that's what I did
told,
today.
that's what I told him we would do, that, like I saw a deputy in Davis Park today,
Good.
and he was there for 3.5 minutes, but he was there to check
There.
speeders, and he got a call, I think, because he left in a hurry, so.
There was a chase
but-
yesterday, and the person that complained to me said that they went too fast by his house, and his kids were outside, and I reported it to Roger, and
Okay, no, they definitely did, I mean, I didn't see it, my wife came in and
we
said,
don't know what.
you
the
should
case
see
is
that
now.
the sheriff just went past the house 75 miles an hour chasing a car.
It makes an impact, people
Yep.
know that they're around, because the blue lights have been going, I'll tell you.
Absolutely, and
Have
it's,
to.
I think it's better, and I hear
really
more
good guys on.
appreciative comments about what's
There's
taking
one that
place.
walks the street, which I love,
Yeah.
exactly, and he waves to everybody, gives his phone number out, and we've got some new ones that are
Yep.
into it, okay?
Yep,
Highway, Scott.
Well, I've got hold of 3 or 4 different paving companies to come look at our paving for this year. So far, I've only had one come and see what we had to do, and that was in 2 inches of snow, so we really couldn't see how much, how bad a shape the roads were in, but he's working up the quote. The others are coming, they just gotta get together and find a time. One of them sugar in and he couldn't get away, and you know the routine.
Yeah.
But trying to get it through early so we're not stuck, at the end of summer getting our paving done. Like to get it going. And I got truck quotes up the yin yang. I've decided myself on one here. I don't know if you guys want to leave it up to me, but I've gone back and
Those are the ones I
forth.
sent to everybody, so they've had a chance to look at them, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And this is the one I've basically come up with. It's from Clark's Truck Center. I don't know, they've increased the warranty on it for me. Get the maximum warranty we can get, which most everybody's doing now with the new emission stuff on trucks. It's been a nightmare, but I think they're getting the bugs worked out of it. Our 2014, 2 years in a row, it cost us $8,000 one year for emission stuff and $7,500 the next year for emission stuff. And this would be covered for 7 years for basically bumper to bumper on all the major stuff, engine, transmission, emissions, all that stuff is covered. And I think that's something we definitely have to look into hard, is the warranty on it. Most towns, according to what I understand, they're all opting for the longest warranty they can get because of the emission stuff.
How many miles?
100,000.
Okay.
We don't exceed the mileage, but the
Yeah.
7 years would be pretty handy.
When do you have to order to get it?
This one here is already in the works. It's being made, I guess, basically
They
as we
save it for you?
speak.
They got your name
Well,
on
he
it?
penciled me in. He says when you get it all, the board approved and get it signed, then we'll go further. But he just penciled my name in for now to make sure that some other town didn't jump on it, so.
So you support that one from Clark's?
This is the one I think we should go with. It's the best price and the best spec'd out truck for what we need.
Do you need a motion for that?
Yep,
What-
no, yeah, and we had 3 bids, and I sent them all to you, and you probably didn't read them, I didn't, but I figured it was up to
$209,403.
stock. Wow.
And that includes the warranty.
2018 that I'm driving, we paid $199 for it, so it's gone up. Well,
Well,
this is a little different truck.
20 years.
I'm gonna say it's gonna keep going up, and
It's a $200,000 truck.
And that includes the warranty, that
That's the
209.
warranty. The
Okay.
warranty is like $14,000.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve
Clark's,
I'll
Clark's.
second it.
On the HV 613 is what it is.
What do we have in the budget for that?
It's a
Or
lease
do we?
payment.
It's leased. There's 4 lease payments of
whatever,
$5,400 for 4 years or something with the last.
54,000? Yeah.
54,000, yeah.
But that amount is in the budget now? Okay.
And then it's ours at the end, of course.
Yep.
We have a motion, any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Everybody's aye? Okay. Unanimous.
And in my mailbox, I had this Brookfield Services. It's a maintenance contract for the generators. I don't know if, we have 2 of them at the schools.
Right.
We have one at a pump station down here, back of the bank, one at a pump station at the playground, and apparently 2 at the fire station, so. Looks like Andy's got to take.
Probably a little standalone unit that's in the station.
I don't know. They
It's the
offer,
one that's outside, I think.
Yeah, it says there's 2,
Yeah.
but I know one.
Two at
What's the
outside
second one?
We've got one on a trailer
Yeah,
inside,
it
but
says
I always
it-
thought
says
it was
it's portable.
associations.
says
Portable.
portable.
So it's that one.
That's
But
what
we'd wanna pay for it anyway, to have a how often do they maintain? Once a
Well,
year?
you got 2 options here. You got once a year or twice a year.
See, I remember
I-
Phil saying bad things about this.
Oh, yeah, he
in the
did.
back of my-
Well, I don't think they're all that great on the service part of it
I think
myself.
that's what he said.
And I think they try to stick it to you if they can, because they wanted to charge us $3,200 to change the injector pump on the
Yes.
one down to the elementary school. I went down personally, Jason went down personally, and Lance went down, and we all looked, and we couldn't see any leak or anything on the injection pump, and we're wondering, why do they want to charge us $3,400 to change an injection pump?
Because they want the money.
I wouldn't authorize it at the time. I said, no, we're not changing it. He
So
said,
do
well,
you think we should have it at all?
well, it's a service contract. They come in and change the oils and they test the electrical, make sure the loads and all that stuff are
Probably should
we're
do it.
kinda obligated to have it done, I think.
So how much is it a year?
Well, there's a couple
one-
different options.
Can we do them once a year?
$2,800 for an annual service and 2 visits a year is $4,300.
One visit.
We've always done it just the 1 visit a
That's
year.
what I would say.
I didn't wanna sign it and send it in or anything without running it by everybody here on the board.
Well,
It's not really my deal anymore, I don't know, I wouldn't think,
is
'cause
it Andy?
none of the generators are for anything I
I
got.
would've thought it would fall under buildings, honestly. But
Yeah. Thank you. Passing the buck.
They're all
It's
located.
a matter of just, it's a matter of just, I guess, deciding whether we wanna do it or not, and then
We
sign
just
it.
said we wanted to do the
I make a
1
motion,
year.
we do the 1 year contract with the, whatever it's called.
I'll second.
Brookfield.
Somebody seconds it, perfect.
Brookfield Services.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Anything
And
else?
as far as highways, I guess that's it,
Can,
plus something else popped in my
can,
mind.
can I go back to the paving? Do you have any idea what roads are gonna be done this year?
Well, we've looked at Pinnacle Road, we've looked at South Richford Road, we've looked at River Street in front of your house.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
We
yeah.
looked at part of Hardwood Hill. When they come to town, I have them clock a lot of different areas and measure
Okay.
it and give me an estimate. And then when we figure out how much money we're looking at, we pick the worst
But they'd all
places
be-
and usually go for
They'd
it.
all be main roads, not any backside streets or,
Well, River Street is neat of it.
Yeah,
That's why we measured that, but.
yeah, okay.
No
But then you
special
go,
favors.
the thing I found in,
I'm not looking for special favors, oh no.
the thing I found on
I'd like it to
Village
be a dirt
Street
road, please.
is you go and spend the money on a village street, and then after you get it all paved and good, everybody's complaining that the traffic's too fast.
Yeah.
So I don't really like to do village streets.
Comment from,
Yes, just in regard to ongoing maintenance and repair of curbs and sidewalks. I had mentioned a while back, and with COVID and everything, I don't remember when, Academy Lane by Baptist Church and such, if you have any idea when that might be on the schedule.
I think we were gonna try to do something up through there this year, is what I wanted to do anyway. I know you mentioned that last year, there's a trip hazard, and you wanted something different by the garage, entry to
Yeah,
the
did you, by
driveway.
chance, did you put X's on the, no, nobody, okay.
No.
that was very-
somebody else.
Because I thought you had been up to look at it, because there were like some X's on different parts.
It's the neighbors.
Oh, okay, well, they're,
Better
Might
watch
have been the
out.
water department or something.
X marks the spot, that's where the treasure's
We
buried.
looked at it last year, but I don't remember marking it.
yeah, okay, no, that's something else.
What
Never
about
mind.
Highland Avenue?
What's
Are you
that?
guys looking at Highland Avenue at all?
I hate to.
I know, that's how bad it is.
Don't do in front of my house. It keeps people from walking across my window.
Oh, my
Leave it
goodness.
bad like it is.
No, it's just,
Anything else, Scott?
I think that's it.
Okay.
We're
You can
pretty
go.
much taking care of the mud. We got one road, I still have road closed signs on it, on part of Waitman Hill, but it is open if people have to get through. It's just pretty rough still, so we left the road closed signs up. It's maybe an eighth of a mile section, it's bad.
At least you weren't down to one man like they were in
No.
Montgomery. Did you read that? Whoa.
No.
And then one guy turned his keys in right in the middle of it. They were down to one man. Yeah. read
Are we
that in the paper.
gonna decide to run an ad in the paper looking for a highway guy here?
Just tell me.
I think it's something we oughta
So
start
you're ready
thinking
for me
about.
to do it now?
Anytime.
It might be a good
so.
time because I heard that they got like 4 applications over there after. So
Well, it's
maybe-
hard to get a man. I know
I know.
Enosburg had an ad for,
So just a regular highway worker?
I would say,
Okay.
Full-time, part-time?
full-time.
All
Or
right.
part, we could use some part-timers too if it's some,
Well, what we'll do is probably get a bunch of applications and we can.
but it's getting the time of year where we gotta take our vacation, cause we can never
Okay.
take it later on in the year, so we
I
have to take
can
it in the summer. And that leaves us short-handed if there's only 4 of us.
Okay, I can see if I can get it in this week. If not, I'll make sure 2 weeks, run it 2 weeks or longer or
A
what.
couple, I don't know how expensive it is once
Well,
it's in
It's gonna
there.
cost us money no matter what. But I'll see if I can get it in this week. All right, highway,
Sometime this summer I do plan on retiring, so you're gonna have to replace me.
that's what you say, but,
After the vacations are taken.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
okay, highway ad this week. Okay, water and sewer.
Water and sewer, the only thing that Daryl called, I talked to him about, he was looking for approval for a wear plate and some O-rings for our pump station down at the playground.
A what?
Wear plate and O-rings for the pump station down at the playground.
How much is it?
$900, that's all it was. Yeah, I
Isn't
told him
that
go
part of,
ahead.
is that part of the regular maintenance?
I told him go
It's
ahead.
gotta be done, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. He's ordered the parts or the pieces for the chlorine analyzer. That's, still hasn't come in yet. That's all I have.
Say, you could approve that.
Mr. Grandchamp,
Are
Yeah.
you?
now's the time for you to step in here.
Yeah.
Is it, Tim? Thank you.
What? What?
Well, I'm kind of running.
You're making Linda feel bad,
I was
stepping on her
getting
toes.
My apologies.
It's not done talking yet.
I asked him to come
Yeah. I was
because he was at my house
recognizing
this
him.
morning.
Yeah, He was here this morning. So, Mr. Greenchamp,
We've had an issue up on North Ave for the last 2 or 3 years with sewer.
Okay.
Okay, I went down this fall, down to the church when Daryl and them were digging that up.
Okay.
Talked to Daryl. I said, hey, we got an issue. I just snaked mine, it was plugged 80 feet out from inside of my basement.
Okay.
Now, 80 feet is out into the road.
Right.
So, and the winter before it had froze.
Mhm.
I pulled my plug and it was froze. Cause water backed up.
Yeah.
So I steam jennied it out, got it thawed out. Well, this past fall, it plugged up, so I went and ran a snake through it, 80 feet. And then 3 weeks later, it did it again.
Okay.
This was on a Thursday. So I tried getting hold of Daryl, didn't have his number. I called Alfred. I says, how can I get hold of Daryl and, you know, do something about this issue? Well, he said, I'll get hold of Daryl, he says, and we'll stop over in the morning. He said, because Daryl had, well, Alfred was down there digging up church that day and I was telling him about it.
Yeah.
So, well, they came up, started digging. Well, I told Daryl, I said, it was 80 feet. Well, they had no idea where the pipe was. So I ran through my driveway, out into the road.
Mhm.
And then where it went out into the road, they had a step-up fernco from out in the road, from my pipes, went up into the main, or into a piece of pipe, and then it stepped back down. Well, with a step-up fernco, you're being restricted,
Right.
and that's what we're blocking.
Okay.
And then they send me a bill for half of it. Like I say, it backed up,
Thing I gave you for him, he doesn't have.
it backed up the week before into my mudroom, into my bathroom, came out the washer.
That's our sewer policy.
That's only part of it.
Part of it,
I
yes,
think I
that's all I
got,
can find.
I think I got more somewhere. Deep down in the files.
Yeah, but for years that pipe's been like that, and it's been,
I think it was like that when they put that water line out into St. Pierre's. Remember when you went by that hydrant? It looked to me like when they put that hydrant in, they broke your sewer line and patched it back in there. That's what it looked like to me.
We
That-
must have dealt with it.
towns, I mean, it's
Yeah, it's towns.
middle of the road, it's like, so, I mean, it's, you know.
So you got a bill for something that was in the town.
Yeah, and like I say, my sewer backed up twice and flooded my basement.
Yeah.
And then it went the full length of my house, so there's 24 feet.
Yeah.
And then into my mudroom, there's another 10 feet. And then it came out the washer part, all over my hardwood floor.
Scott, did you deal with that
So
building?
that's mine, you know? And then I
Not
took the day off
really. I
Friday
just
and
had
helped Alfred
Kylie
lay out
split
the
it up
pipe Because Daryl and his
You know,
other
the
brother,
best
Daryl, stood there.
best that we
Did
could,
nothing.
just guessing on what we
So
knew.
what do we have them for? You know?
So, just.
I was on- I was-
Daryl basically
have
stood there and said, oh, well, he said, my hip, Brian, will you get down in the hole? I'm down in the hole with these on, and when I went, regular boots on.
He does have a bad hip.
Well, it's
I
like,
know.
so what's his other brother's, Daryl's,
Daryl,
excuse?
Daryl and Daryl.
Yeah,
Daryl.
standing there peeling an orange doing nothing. It's like, come on.
I was under the,
Scott is gonna-
I was
No, I don't
under
see
the
where
idea,
that's real legal, no signatures, nothing.
Brian, let Scott just.
Yeah,
I was just under the idea that you called Alfred and started digging
No.
without checking with Daryl or anything.
no, I talked to Daryl down there.
I got notified when you get out near the street saying you guys are out starting to dig up the street. I said, well, if we're digging the street, I gotta go up and at least, that's when I came
Yeah,
up.
because I talked to Daryl down when he was doing church.
Yeah,
Because that was the day that I went and plunged it out with, and I told him, I said, we got an issue.
see, I was totally
Yeah,
unaware
I'll
of
be up to
that.
look at it, I'll be up to look at it, never did.
Yeah.
And that was the second time I asked him.
Okay, so this is, do this, why did you decide that he should have half the bill at the time?
Well, the
you
way
thought it was
I
different.
understood it, that he called Alfred to do the digging thinking there was something wrong with his line, and then when he got out to the highway part of it, I said, well, that's ours, we gotta dig the
Okay.
street and do that, or at least.
So have you changed your mind now on that bill?
Well,
What do you
if he
think?
didn't,
He didn't call,
if he didn't call Alfred to come do the dig,
it's
it's.
ours.
I called Alfred to get hold of Daryl because I didn't know how to get hold of Daryl. I went around the day before because I was working. The wife called and said it was backed up into our bathroom. It came out the washing machine hose.
So you
All the
only
hardwood
called
floor.
because you were looking for Daryl? You didn't
Yeah,
call him and
no.
authorize him to work?
No, I says, we got a problem. I says, you know when I talked to you down to the church? He said, yes. He says, well, I'll get hold of Daryl in the morning.
So that was it, and
Yeah.
Daryl hired him.
No, so, and the bill went to here, not to me.
What's the bill
Oh,
for?
okay. For Alfred Services.
We-
Yeah, it was billed to the town sewer and water department, and then they sent me a copy of Alfred's
We
bill.
paid for the materials, or part of the materials at least. I don't know even how all that went down, actually.
Yeah,
I know we furnished some pipe and some elbows and stuff, and
yeah, I furnished a couple fern goes that Daryl and his other brother Daryl jumped in the truck, and take off, and go get 2 fern goes. You know, I mean, it's, even Alfred was a little distraught, said, why does he have to have 2 of them go get a fern go? You know?
yeah, I don't know. I got up there in the middle of it and
Yeah, I
started-
know, it's,
went and got the saw to cut the pavement, and
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't know how it all went down. I just entered in the middle of it, and the way I understood it, the way Daryl told me, that you called Alfred to come do the dig to see what was going on with your pipe.
I talked to Daryl down at the church 3 weeks prior to that when I plugged up. I said, we've got an ongoing issue. I said, the prior winter, it froze solid. So what does that tell you? Water backed up and it froze.
Is it fixed, Brian?
Yeah,
You sure though?
Yeah,
It's all new right to the
yeah,
main now.
yeah, it's all new. But, and
You don't have an issue with the old line coming in like you had at one point, is that?
Oh, that's a terrible.
Remember how you had an old sewer line that used to run through your house or something?
Yeah, that went from house to house.
That's,
Right.
you don't have any problem with that?
Cemented. No, I cemented that. Yeah, I ended that deal.
No problem there.
Right.
Yeah,
No more
because it
issues.
was all the old pipes that went in everybody's basements.
Right.
And ours was at the end.
Yeah, I never.
So I finally found that, and I mixed up 2 5-gallon buckets of cement and just stuffed them. I said, there. And then, well, Brian Harvey, when he was living there, he was having problems with water going in his basement because I stopped it. You know, mine weren't the last outlet no more.
Right. Well, I was wondering
Yeah.
if you got rid of that issue.
Yeah, oh yeah. So,
Okay, so what do we think?
In my mind, it's a town issue, we should take up the bill and
Yep.
be done
You
with
got
it.
the bill with you?
Well, I would say if Daryl was aware of it and everything.
If it was
See, I
submitted
I didn't get the story that way.
and see, I talked to Daryl after I got out of the hospital. I went in the hospital like 4 days later after I had open heart surgery, but I talked to him and, boy, I must have talked to that wall. I mean, he got all mad and it's like, I said, Daryl, you know.
You didn't
I-
get mad, Brian?
No, I
Come
couldn't.
on.
I couldn't get upset then, because I just had it.
Oh, yeah, you had to calm down.
Yeah, so anyways, you know, I basically told him, I said, hey, I said, you knew that I talked to you 3 weeks prior to that, down to the church. I said, I even helped you on that job down in church. You know?
So the main cause was the pipe was the wrong pipe that was
It
put
was
together,
our pipe.
It
so.
was like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
so that
And
it
step
wouldn't,
back down.
it was only half
Well,
capacity.
So
That
the
mine-
water
and
department is
step
the one
up,
who
right,
put it
is
in,
it-
so it's our
Well,
fault.
it's like half
The main
capacity.
cause is 15 years ago, when they put the water line in out to St. Pierre's, they busted his thing.
So-
And they dumped it back together and they didn't do it
It was
right.
a
Yeah.
gas
So
trap.
it's-
That
And
was
it
the
just
cause.
kept blocking. So when I rammed it with
So
the
just anything from
Snake.
that point would be estimate.
80 feet, that's where it was
I
in.
feel.
As soon as you
You had
tell
no
me to
issues the
pay
rest of the
it,
year.
we'll pay it.
No,
I
not
can
since
end
he's
this
done
right
this,
now.
but under 2 weeks, well, every 3 weeks.
How much was the
it
total bill?
405.
Oh, the total.
Because it just kept blocking.
Must be 810. Was this half the bill, Brian?
Yes,
How do you know that? Doesn't say that here.
well, no, I got a copy of the other bill.
Okay, so this is the part they want you to pay, so
Yep.
just tell me and we'll be done with this conversation.
yeah.
Town takes care of it.
Downtown consensus, pay this, Kylie. Okay, done. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everybody.
Take care.
Alright.
All right, what do we got now? We still on water and sewer?
I'm done with water and sewer.
Okay, parks and playgrounds. I don't know if I mentioned this, they already moved the cabin down, to the Davis Park. I talked to you a little bit about the four-wheeler people wanting to have the trailhead there. Yes,
On the shed, it needs a new sign on the door to direct them to come to my house to get the key and
Right,
the
I'll put
waiver and
another sign
stuff.
up, yeah.
Yeah, it says go to the snack
As soon as-
bar and,
yeah.
you know, so,
as soon as it's in position, I'll get another sign on it.
okay.
And, not much going on, obviously. I asked Scott today, I don't know if he got around to it, there was some big cement things pulled up from the ground down at the playground that were dangerous. Archie happened to notice it on the cameras, sent me a picture of it, so the kids are playing down there now. I didn't notice it last year because the playground was supposed to be closed, so we need to get them out of there before, and Scott knows that, so.
Yeah, we'll get them tomorrow morning.
Yeah, there's no rush, but, they're big, I don't know, they were signposts or something, and they.
They're
pulled them up.
signposts,
Two
cause they
of
got
them.
like 2 bags of concrete on the bottom of the 2-inch pipe.
I don't even know where they came from, but they're there, so. Got nothing, I did notice another stone broken that fell over at Missisquoi, or it's not Missisquoi Cemetery, that's in Enosburg, Troy Street Cemetery. And I said I'm applying for a grant to try to fix some of those stones that have been broken, so. I noticed there was one up in East Richford too, and I didn't know
See,
which one.
Donald and Judy were cleaning Troy Street and
Today.
Richford Center today.
Yep.
Started them both.
Yeah, I saw them down there, I stopped talking to them here. There is one down. Oh, that's the other thing, speaking of that, Robert called me, McAllister. They wanna put a sign, Fred's wants to put a sign closer to the road, and he wondered where we owned or where they could put it. I told him he had to talk to John, but do we own, we talked about that, didn't we? We own behind the cemetery, we don't own the front.
I don't think we own any land outside of the fence, do we? If we do,
I
it's
don't
very
think so,
low.
cause Donald said he didn't mow that, so I figured it
Right.
didn't belong to us, so I said.
I don't actually know where the lines are. I don't know if there's pins and corner markers
I
there
know,
now.
I'll have to wait till the
I was
listers
thinking
get
there
back.
was.
If they wanna put a big, sign advertising Fred's, which I don't blame them. So I'll have to wait till the listers, they're out, right now. Okay, guess,
Yes.
do you have anything you'd like
I was
to?
enthralled by the previous discussion. Green Up Day, if I missed something, who would be distributing bags for Green Up Day?
Nancy Campbell's in charge of Green Up Day, and we haven't got the bags yet.
Okay.
So you can pick them up here when they come. And
Okay.
we'll put it on that Facebook page, Green Up Bags are here.
Gotcha.
Do you get that recreation or economic development page? Just look under,
Facebook.
what's the name of it? Richford Economic Development page?
Yeah, it's
Facebook
Richford Economic
Development,
Development.
just look that up and we'll
All right.
try to post some things on there. They haven't come yet though. I think it's May, whatever, the first Saturday maybe, May 1st, 2nd.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby Day.
Yeah, but Nancy's in charge if you have any questions with her.
And that was a great segue into Facebook.
Oh, please.
I come here humbly in mentioning this because it affects all of us and it's not anybody's fault
Mhm.
here. But there had been a Richford, Vermont Select Board page on Facebook
Mhm.
that I contributed to and others have, and I think maybe even you had in discussion.
Mhm.
And all trace of that is gone. And my concern is that is public record that has been removed.
Well, we didn't remove it.
Well, and I understand that, so,
Andy was the, what do you call it? Master of it or whatever. you call it.
Administrator.
Administrator.
it just
You're right.
potentially puts the current board
Mhm.
in a position of, and I don't know if there's any easy answer to that.
That's the problem with having individuals do it because they
Yeah.
come and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can send I don't know, when you erase it, is it gone?
Well, it's just, you
I don't
can
know about it.
I'm not really super good with all that stuff. It can,
And I'm not sure if it was on ours or his,
I don't know.
what do you call it, his
just-
account?
was- Yeah, it was created and beyond that. Even just from the standpoint, it doesn't have to remain an active thing, but
The stuff on it needs to be kept
yeah, and available.
and available, yeah.
Yeah, so
I can talk to Melissa.
I was gonna say, how extensive is the information?
It's the
There were-
minutes, it's copies of the minutes and stuff like
copies of the
that.
minutes, there were some public discussions.
Can
on
it be
questions
transferred to
and
the regular
Probably
Richford
the
site?
I was gonna say, I think they're already on the regular
It's
already
site,
on there.
I
But
think.
there were several instances of
Other
question and
conversations.
discussion
Yeah.
between
And
the
that's
community and.
what I'm saying, if that wasn't, you can create a tab on the Richford site that's called, what, deleted
We'd have-
Facebook or
We'd
whatever.
have to know how to access it if
Yeah,
Well,
you want to take care of it.
no, because I'm not qualified.
I'm sure.
I don't mean take care of the Facebook, take care of.
Sharon probably
getting it-
knows how to, Sharon probably knows how to find it. She did the website.
Right.
So she can probably find it and import that
Well,
data into
Melissa was
the,
in charge of it too, so I will talk to her tomorrow.
okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But that's a good point.
Transfer,
And we
yes, it
can
is.
transfer the other information over there so that, because it is public record.
Because you've seen we have a new an updated website for.
I was reading that on the front door, so I was wondering.
It's nice, yeah, it is nicer.
So I was able to catch up on the current event.
It's a lot nicer than the
A
old
lot
one.
nicer than the old one, and then
A
we
lot more
have the.
information.
Yeah.
Can navigate it
economic
way
one.
easier.
Yeah, I'd call our economic Facebook kind of a replacement for this, there's a lot of comments on it,
Yeah, that would seem,
and Levi, you know, and she can erase bad things, that there was some weird stuff on
The
there.
website's still in the works. I've got quite a lot of stuff that they could put on the highway
Right,
stuff, different
right.
policies. And
Work in progress,
Yeah.
yeah.
so that would lead
But
to
that's a good point, and
my
look
next
into-
Facebook.
Jeez, Kurt, no.
No, I didn't.
I'm kidding.
I'll be quiet after this, really.
No.
Maybe not. But the intelligence-based policing program, all I've been seeing for notifications up there are the next Zoom meeting. No other information. I haven't been able to find minutes or anything. Is that
It's not anything we
program-
are in charge of, no.
Okay, so not, okay.
I
Because
don't know if
when
anybody
it
takes
began,
Hmm?
it was the impetus of the select board, so it's kind of just become its own thing now.
I
Now,
would
looking
say
at you
so.
guys, I just, because I'm not seeing any information
No,
from.
I know, I got an email tonight, I didn't even know when the last meeting was, I got an email, I don't even know where it came from, that said there's another one Thursday night,
Yeah,
maybe?
that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
I don't know who sends them out.
yeah, what is no reply? That's where it came from. No reply.
No reply, yeah, I was gonna say.
Guys,
So I couldn't find
Yeah.
out, I'm assuming it's from state police, I don't know.
I don't
Well,
either.
They've kind
State,
of,
state police brought the concept of the program
Right.
through the select board at the time,
right,
and the group was formed, and as part of that meeting of people, the Facebook thing was created.
right.
So I just, I don't know if
I mean, I attended
people are gonna
meetings,
look back to the select board or not.
could be, and we'd have to
But yeah.
say,
And my
Yeah.
only just question with that, because I haven't been able to gather much information from them, is being what originated as a Richford community program. Apparently there are some people now facilitating it who don't live in the community, and they are valuable assets. I'm
Sure.
not decrying that, but
do you have you gone to a meeting lately?
I don't do well with Zoom. I
Right.
try to
me
log
either.
on and
I went to a
stuff like
few
that.
in person.
Yeah, when they were in
Well,
person,
you
yeah,
were there,
yeah,
but
we talked.
I started to
Sherry
feel
and
like I
talked.
didn't,
Yeah, I went a few times too,
Yeah.
yeah.
I started to feel like I didn't hear anything different,
No, it's the same thing every time.
so I
Yeah.
kind of let it, it wasn't,
Yeah.
I don't know how
The-
much we're in charge of it, we
Yeah.
allowed it to come here, put it that way, we approved.
Yeah,
But
not,
as far as setting up the meetings or anything like
yeah,
that,
It's all dependent on the state police, so,
Yeah.
they would be responsible for any minutes or any,
yeah. Well, and as part of that, Lieutenant Parton had encouraged the group to, have somebody take minutes and,
Andy was for a
informally,
while, right?
it was done.
it was a
Andy
woman
did
there, I
was
can't
for a little
remember.
bit, and
Yeah.
then-
Was you mean,
Oh, who else?
Jacobs?
Jacobs, yes.
I don't know.
Amy.
Amy.
Amy
Yeah.
was doing a lot with it, so she might be a
yeah.
contact person.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, so that's,
I got a little disinterested when he yelled at me for calling the governor, so. I was
I
told
stopped
I
calling
couldn't,
when he
I
yelled at
was
me.
told I couldn't, I was told I couldn't speak to the governor about policing in Richford. so,
but I do
kinda-
think, just speaking personally with some other people who are involved in the community, there is interest in that type of program.
Mhm.
And doing things, just not
Right.
sure how its current iteration is going
But,
to evolve.
things that we did, like the Harvest Festival, was
Yeah.
done before. It's not like it was some new
Yeah,
concept, so the town is able to do those things. I was looking at it more for, let's see what they're gonna do about the drug situation, but I just didn't hear a lot. but,
And more about self-policing versus the policing us,
you know,
or policing the community.
We got signs, we put them up, and we're trying to cooperate.
yeah.
I'm sorry I can't give you an answer, because I'm out,
no, that's,
it's,
that answer my question, it's its own,
I think it's its own
Evolving
thing.
creature
He
out there.
organized everything, and he seems to wanna be the organizer, so. Maybe we should talk to him, or go to the meeting Thursday night, maybe bring it up.
yeah, I'll try to.
Is it, I don't know, is it a?
It's all Zoom
it's a
still.
It's a Zoom meeting,
Yeah.
yeah.
Zoom,
Um,
yeah.
And I have my own technology.
Yeah, I know. I'm just sick of Zoom meetings, I just like, you know,
Well, I can either get video or audio, but not both.
right, yeah. Anything else for that? You sure? Okay.
I feel I've worn out my welcome, so.
No, never, never,
Always.
not your welcome, never. We're gonna talk about the post office now, unless somebody's got something else. Okay.
I should get this signed, the truck.
Oh, yes, yes, we need to all
I
sign
need
it.
it, well, 3 years old, I guess, a few,
Okay.
better than none.
Is there a set place?
Good place.
Set place anywhere on the
I
page?
think you can just sign here and then get like 3, 4 of them below it. I just don't wanna make the decision all on my
No,
own.
order it, soon as you can.
CYA.
So, they're reserving it for you right now, when will you be able to get it?
I think in July.
That's not bad.
No, it's all, if I don't,
Pretty quick.
if I don't grab one of those or a Western Star that's 2 years old, I'm waiting until,
So I
they
can
can't
send an email
even
out.
schedule equipment on a new one until January, so you're
So
looking
select
Oh,
board
yeah.
emails and.
next spring
uh,
sometime.
Or the telephone.
What's the phone number?
No
here?
good.
Not really for us.
847-755.
It's for everybody.
Perfect.
I can't even, I'm having trouble buying a
Should be town
forklift
clerk or
for
select
the waste district.
Oh, yeah,
It's delayed and delayed and delayed, yeah.
some stuff is just impossible to get almost.
Town clerk at richfordvt.org. Okay, so, buildings. We get these different things, you know, heard, oh, well, the roof leaks, oh, well, we're gonna move, we're gonna do, we never have had anybody come to select board to discuss it with us, so it's all been email, et cetera. So apparently recently, what caused us to go over there, was there a complaint about
There was water that leaked down the drains,
the 4 drains on
the
the
4
corners?
drains. This has been ongoing for 10+ years. But when they go up and they shovel, and we've had the roof patched a couple of times around the drains. I know I've had them patched at least once, which was last year. But what happens is when they do go up to shovel, and I just had 2 different roofers go and look at it, the third one said they have to take tests, cut into the roof and take what's underneath it. So, anyway, I got 2 different quotes. So.
But wait, slow down a minute, because we gotta explain everything here. It's been found that we need a new roof.
Right, but
Patching, no more patching.
But with this, that being said, there's shovel marks from cutting out the ice that could be patched now, which I would like to have, go ahead and have them patch it now, so any further damage is not gonna cause in the next few weeks until we can get a roof on there.
When can we get a roof on this? I wanna do this now. When can we get it on? No, I mean, I'm serious.
They have to schedule it, they have to order the material and
What are they
everything. They
telling you
can
is
go
the
up, they can
time?
go up and patch it like this week.
Yeah,
And so no more damage will be caused at this point, but the roof does need to be replaced because it won't last another winter. They'll keep doing it over and over again.
And-
And with them going up and shoveling, it's what happens is they're putting holes in the rubber because it's so old, it's 30+ years old. That's what's happening. So, that being said, I have 2 different quotes that you guys all have copies of.
can you hold off on that until I just show them look at your sheets I gave you too. It's not just the roof, it's causing damage down through the hallways. There's a couple of pictures here. Andy and I went over, he was on, Andy and I went over, was it Friday, Andy? Andy, the Thursday, Friday?
Yeah, I have the same pictures.
Okay.
I took them
He
2
got
months
up
ago.
on the roof and actually looked at the 4 drains.
Yep.
There's a lot of leakage, and they took it upon themselves to get a report. That's this report.
I don't have that report.
I'm checking it. So, according to this report, if you read it carefully, both the reports, both the people that came said you need a new roof. That's the bottom line, you need a new roof. As I'm looking down here, I'm thinking all these mold types identified, but they're either just telling us what mold is, or they're saying, if you read above, that there isn't enough mold to worry about, okay? So mold isn't the issue. It could become an issue if you read this, but it isn't right now. So they're suggesting that we do the roof, and we know we wanna do the roof. So we'll decide on that, but then we have to deal with some of this damage that,
Right.
the ceilings and stuff. Now, I heard today that you called the insurance and they won't cover it. Why not?
Because the roof is because of a roof being too old and it should have been replaced.
Right, and the roof, we don't expect them to pay
Lack
for.
of
But they
maintenance,
said
But the
lack of
damage
maintenance.
caused by the roof.
Lack of maintenance.
lack of
Who'd you
maintenance.
talk to?
Our insurance company?
Yeah, VLCT,
VLCT.
who'd you talk to though? Who's the person, do you know?
I have it written down.
They're not gonna pay for damages that
If
are
it's
caused
lack
by
of-
lack of maintenance.
Well, they pay
I
for
wouldn't think.
They
They-
paid for this roof, $50,000, when only if the shingles flew off, right?
Because the shingles flew off because of the weather.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but they paid for the entire roof.
I know, but that's what she said, but she said they would send an inspector up.
Well, that's what I'm
I
on.
know, that's what I told her, I said we would want that.
Yes, you want an inspector because they might cover some of it. If not, we're
Exactly.
gonna have to fix it eventually. 'Cause
Right.
there might be water in the walls. I would think the insurance company wouldn't want the water in the walls to keep making it worse. That's why I
Right.
think they,
Right, but they said that they would send somebody up to take a look at it.
okay, that's all I'm asking.
I said we have a select board meeting on Monday,
Yep.
and bring all the information to them.
Have them come, because I had the furnace blow up once, and I only had to pay for the $35 part that blew up the furnace, and they paid $3,000 for the, back then it was $3,000. So I'm just surprised that they wouldn't want us keep it to stop that more damage if there's water involved.
She said it's highly
Unlikely.
unlikely that they would cover any of it because of the roof's age.
Well, we're gonna keep asking them anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna have them come look at it.
That's good.
We
Okay.
still want to come look at it, because if they can find a way, they're gonna help us out.
Good. Okay, that's all I asked, that they
And
look
I
at
do
it.
have all the same
How-
pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
Ready to go off. Taylor's one person, but then also Dusos is another one for them, but we can't do anything with any of that
Until the roof's
until the
fixed.
roof is fixed.
Roof is first.
But for
Give us the
many,
quote.
many
Yeah.
years,
Yep.
not Kylie, oh my God, our two janitors used to maintain Angie.
Angie used to go up and shovel those spouts
Shovel
out.
them, but she also went around every year and spatuled up all the cracks from the
Yeah,
old
she
building.
did.
And anything that was coming down, she would take care of, and so didn't Curtis' wife there,
Connie?
Connie. Yeah, she did the same thing.
Okay.
So that kind of stuff isn't being
Well-
done, but
I'm sorry, go ahead.
that stuff isn't being done right now because the roof is still leaking and we have to have it fixed.
Right.
They went up 2 months ago to try to get a look at it. There was too much ice up there. They couldn't get down to it. They had to wait. A warm spurt was coming. I had one person look at it. There was nothing he could do. Had another person look at it. Got a quote. Third person just looked at it. Got another quote.
Tell
So-
me this, do we have to have a rubber roof because it's flat? Is that the deal?
Yes.
So is that cheaper or more expensive than like a shingle or, I know we're.
No, you don't.
Oh, you got quotes. You got 2 quotes.
Well, give them to us.
Yeah, you got them. That's what I handed out when I first got here.
How do you know what the age of the roof is?
Because it's one of the people that gave me a quote, his father put it on.
There
And
you
who
go.
was-
How much better do you want?
I think it was done about the time the town bought it, isn't it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I can remember when they put it on.
Yep.
I
When
don't,
did the town buy it, do you know?
I'm thinking like 1990 or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I wasn't
I
here.
guess
He said about
that was
30,
my
32
next
years
question,
ago.
what's the life expectancy on a rubber roof?
Don't know.
About that long?
Yeah, not, nowadays, nothing is as long as.
Yeah, because even a metal roof now is only 25, 30 years. It
Well-
used to be 50.
Okay.
There has been,
Depends on which, yeah.
there has been repairs to that roof over the years.
Yes.
Many times.
Yes.
And there's also been repairs to the soffit, the
Yep.
exterior soffit on the outside. And in
Yep.
fact, I did that,
And that's what he said
Back-
too, that has to be repaired again.
yeah.
But one of my people.
Well, there was a
did that.
big piece missing.
Yeah.
And we replaced it. We did quite a bit of work up there. In fact, I guess I should be called the roofing guy in town, because the roof on here, the roof on the library, and the repairs on the post office. So, I don't know, lack of maintenance and neglect are two different things in the insurance world.
Right.
And,
She didn't say neglect.
okay,
She did not say neglect.
she did say lack of maintenance.
Yes. Not for an outdated roof. Because after so long, you're supposed to replace them anyway. When you look at your metal roof, you should go roof and it
Yeah,
looks bad, you
okay.
replace it. That type of thing. We have maintained last spring, or last summer, we did do some patchwork up there
Mm-hmm.
around the drains because of the shovel.
Yeah, yeah,
With the
yeah, no,
shovel.
I understand, I'm not,
So I
I'm
know
not
we
pointing
had
the
it done.
finger at
Anyway, we
anybody, I'm
need
just,
a roof, so let's get to it.
Yeah, we need a new roof. I got 2 quotes.
This one from Valancourt has a 15-year warranty. The other one doesn't say, unless I'm missing it. My father put the roof on many years ago. Yeah. We need to decide tonight because we need to do it. It's ruining the inside of the building.
Yep. I can quickly call
Okay,
it.
currently leaking drains, especially non-leaking drains, slices in membrane, ripped membrane. No change in initial roof inspection. This will allow fair, more accurate bidder platform. Well, we didn't send out a worksheet because this is an emergency. Rubber materials. Is this Taylor doing that?
Yes.
He's got 61,000 and Valancourt's got 59,000. Pretty similar.
do either of them have a contingency?
Doesn't seem to be.
Well, I see,
The others is a lot more.
there is a
Yeah.
replacement of any damaged insulation will be an added cost of $1 per
Okay,
board foot
yeah,
on the Valancourt build. I mean,
yeah.
if I'm bidding a roof that I don't know what's under the membrane, I'm gonna quote
So,
some type of
They have to
contingency.
rip that rubber off then?
Yes.
You gotta move all those stones.
And all the stones that are on top?
Yep.
Wow.
It's a big job.
Oh, I know.
The same on Taylor's second page on the bottom.
Second page on the bottom.
Extras, okay, yeah. Well, that's their
Okay,
contingency then,
$1
okay.
a square foot, okay.
Yeah.
They're both pretty good.
Taylor doesn't have a warranty though that I see.
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
give him
see
a
it.
call and see if there's warranty, so we can have apples to apples if you want.
You better call him now then.
That sounds good.
So seriously, I wanna get this decided.
In writing would be, yeah, after before. He's looking for a 50% deposit. before.
They all do that
Yeah.
though. That's what, they did a roof up above us. Doesn't say that on Valancourt's, but it's not. And apparently we have the money, if we, right, Sherry?
I'm looking right
We do,
now.
because I can pull money from here.
No, that's not where it's gonna come from.
No, I'm pulling money out of the buildings.
Yeah. She had
Well,
the-
buildings have a budget.
Yeah.
she
I
had-
have extra money for other projects.
Taylor and Valancourt,
This one's got
And this
50,000.
this one is,
Or is it just
priority
the two?
loan.
just the two.
Okay.
And the,
And not now, it's because it's leaking and we've gotta get it fixed because the whole thing.
she's got 30 on the.
That's okay, yeah, that's fine.
She's got 50 on this one and it's 60, so. I'm just gonna have to not paint up a wall on this one this year.
Did you wanna hire one of these guys to get it fixed temporarily and then put it out for
Hey Taylor, it's
bids and
Sherry,
get more
I'm
bids?
calling a mass board meeting and I need to know what kind of warranties on this roof. I was just looking at the quote, we were as a board. If you can give me a call back on my cell, please, thank you.
I don't know. Yeah, we need to get it fixed, we need to get it.
Get it patched up
Yep,
and
and he said he could do it this week, he could go up and patch it up this week and have it taken care of this week, for
Taylor
the
said that.
patch.
Yeah.
And I asked him how long.
How
that
much
was.
is the
He goes,
patch, are we throwing money like, we're gonna patch it for $10,000 and then put it on for 60 more, or are we gonna just do it?
Well, I think you could go up with a caulking gun and a couple pieces
And
of
just-
rubber and get
just
it
do
patched
that,
up for
okay.
now.
yeah.
And he said he could patch it for now, but it's nothing that's gonna last probably another harsh winter. It'd last the
Well,
rest of the
it's not.
summer, but until they can get this and get the parts in or whatever, they get it on, because they have to order materials.
Well, I think according to this report from the people that the school hired, we need to do it now.
It says here he'd be willing
Yes,
to
they
give
can.
an estimate on temporary fixing visible problems
Yeah.
for now.
You said that, Taylor?
Yeah. So,
Repair current leaks, leaking drains,
Okay. I don't think.
fix the slices in the membrane, rip membrane.
What page you on?
right front down.
Right on the
side,
front
says
page.
repairs.
Any of you would like any estimate? Yeah, let's have him do it, like, he can do it next week?
Yeah.
He said he'd give us a estimate on the fix.
I can get an estimate and get call everybody tomorrow too and tell everybody what the estimate is, and if anybody has a problem with it, we just.
Well, there's no
we
need
just
of
have to
dumping,
do it.
no need of dumping hundreds of dollars into a temporary
Depending on your
fix.
thoughts, what would you like fix, estimated cost with materials and labor, $800 to $1,200, temporary fixes
Fixes.
only. That's right on the front page.
Right, I saw that. Now, is the roof, there's a
All
roof
of
and a
it.
roof and there's a dip roof.
No, that small roof, and this is all of
Big
it,
roof. What's getting done?
all of it,
Everything.
everything.
Okay.
It's all the same age, everything, even though they haven't had no problems with down below, but they're having problems with in this area, all the drain spots.
So all of the drains will stay the
Yes.
same,
Yeah,
but they'll be sealed and done and.
yes.
How many more estimates would you hope to have if we held off until the next board meeting?
If we had left the next board meeting, I could probably get one, maybe two more, but not a lot of people do a lot of rubbering,
Okay,
rubber roofs.
Or roofs at all. It's hard to get anybody to do a roof.
okay.
Especially after a year of pandemic, they're already backed up a year like
Yeah,
your
they're
truck
backed up.
manufacturers.
And that's also a problem.
So did Alfred work, did they offer to patch it?
He did not.
I guess the next question is, are we ahead of the game if we decide between these two tonight in order to reserve these people to
Yeah.
fix the roof
Yeah.
too? That'd
I'm
be,
thinking so.
I'd pick one tonight. 2 estimates is good.
Valancourt's offering a 15-year manufacturer's
Right.
warranty, so
That's what
that's
she's
just,
gonna ask.
that's just
It's gonna be the same.
the rubber manufacturer.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
doesn't
that would
include his
fall
work.
No,
Well,
That's the problem.
I doubt that one does.
The rubber isn't gonna go bad.
not supposed to.
What do you wanna do?
I feel we have two on the table tonight and just going through, trying to reserve people up to the mill that I've seen, it's hard to get them in line. I would suggest that we go ahead and make a decision between these two tonight.
I do too.
What was the question you left for him on the phone?
I left him to go to call
Warranty.
back for a warranty, but you know it's gonna be at
It's
least
gonna
the
be the
same
same
manufacturer
warranty,
warranty.
yeah.
It's just a manufacturer
Right,
warranty.
Just-
not
He
him.
may
Just
put a
covering the
labor,
rubber.
he may put a warranty on his labor part of it.
Probably
some
90 days.
Installation or something,
Right.
but
That's all.
he's trained on it, I mean, yeah, that'd be the
Pick
only
one.
one.
What do you like? I like his estimate is nicer, but, nicer look, but doesn't mean that, you know, Glenn's been in business for a long time.
Glenn's been in business for a long time,
But
but
I don't
also
think he's gonna do it
he's-
himself.
no.
No, you don't.
He has a crew that
Christ,
works
he's
for
80
him.
years old.
And,
Well, yeah,
yes.
he's how many years old?
Well, I don't know, he must be close to 80.
He's about 75. Close enough, close enough. But didn't you say Henry does the work for him? He-
Henry works for him,
Who, Glenn?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Um,
but at the same time, I kind of lean into George.
Which one are you
Taylor.
Me too. I think we should give him a shot. He's got his own business. And
Local.
I haven't heard anything bad about him.
No, he's done some projects for me in the past and he's done very well.
Yeah, I think he's done a good job, from everything I've heard.
Yeah.
I would give him a recommendation.
And Scott, that's what he's not talking about.
What do you think?
I'm okay with it.
So the consensus basically would be to go with Taylor.
He's in the town, so he's
Yep.
local.
Yep,
Yeah,
So
it's nice to give somebody local.
For the difference in the price, I don't,
It's not anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can give him a call when I get home, you know, and let him know.
So tell
So
him, so
if he
we're gonna
can get-
hire him, do
if
we
he
have to
can-
have it patched or can he just start?
that's what I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him, how
Save
long
that
is it
money.
gonna take for him to get the materials
well,
to
if
do
he
the
knows he's got the
job?
job and he can't get to it for 2 months, maybe he can go up and just patch it for free, seeing he's gonna
That's
do
what
the
I'm saying.
job.
Alright.
Because by the time.
I would think.
If we had if we had like $1,000 patch or $2,000 patch, it's gonna be the same amount. It
I would
be
think if he knows he's got the job, but he can't get to it for 2 months,
That he
That
he
patches
would
it
probably
for-
patch
patch
it for
it.
free and
Ask
come
him
back.
that.
I'll talk to him about that and
Yes.
get that set up.
Yes, so,
That works.
motion?
I'll make a motion.
Oh, I don't have to read it right now.
Okay, we're good with that, perfect.
Okay, and as soon as you can, put us on the front page.
Who's the
You
second?
second it, Sharon?
Oh.
I seconded it, sorry.
You
Sorry. And
Any
as far as the
discussion?
inside work, once the roof is done,
Then we'll talk about the inside.
then I will have
Except,
people go take some looks at it and see what they can
Right.
do for quotes on it.
You're talking about that, we're gonna have another talk about the post office after we're done with it.
Yes.
Okay. So when we went in, so we decided on Taylor, we voted, everybody agreed?
I'm in
Yes?
favor.
I'm in favor.
Me too. So, when we went in, there are 3 things that have to be done, 3 or 4 things, right, Andy? First of all, an easy one, the front door has a,
Yep, that seals in the cabinet. Connie was supposed to have done that. And
so we
as far
need
as
to
I
put the
know, it
weather
was done.
stripping.
Yep.
Is it still there, do you think?
It's supposed to be still there. It was in the cabinet.
Check on it, if it is, let's get that weather stripping on the front, because Tim says it's like, when it's 20 below, the whole lobby.
Shouldn't be bad now.
No, I know.
Scott, is that
He
something?
said the first-
Just waited it out, huh?
Put it on the door for me?
Might be able to.
Okay,
Okay,
I looked at the back doors.
I was just gonna go
This
there, have you
weekend.
seen the back door?
I think they could be repaired rather than spending
Well, they're like
$9,000.
$20,000 on it.
yeah, yeah.
They've been, somebody's already put plates on
It was
them.
almost $40,000 was the quote I got for that back door.
Okay, so what's wrong with the back door, because we're on camera, we're gonna tell people that
It
the bottom
is
is rusted.
out.
And the other day when we were over there, the water
Water
was
was coming
coming
in.
through the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So, all right,
lack
all right.
of weather strip there too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll put a new panel on and then
We
put
have to
something
bend
on.
some pieces up in the brake and slide them up and put them, screw them
Okay.
on. There's already, somebody's already
They did
reinforced
it once, yeah,
with big stainless plate.
right.
Is
So-
that something I need to get, or is that something you guys can pick up? Or do you want me to get it? I can go get it.
If
from
it can
you.
go a month or so, we can do it. But
Okay.
if it's gotta be done now, no, I can't do it.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm writing all this down. Scott and the boys are doing,
Later on this summer, we can do it. but-
okay, they're doing the back door and the weather strip.
Okay.
Okay,
I will
Now-
check tomorrow and make sure our weather strip's still in the cupboard, and if
And
it's
if
not,
not,
I'll
get
pick up
some more.
another one.
okay. The next thing, and Sherry's gonna get the roofer, we get the roofer.
Yep.
And the other thing is, on the floor back there, Bobby Peters did it this way. Tim said if he'd just do the, there's a crack that goes down the,
Okay, I'm gonna show everybody what it is, because
Okay.
not everybody knows what it is, and I have a video of it, because Marie black waxes it every 6 months. It's the same thing, it's
but
been
it's got
going
a
on
crack. She black tops.
always, and it's been going on,
Well, why
Angie
did
used
she
to
do
do the
it?
same thing, Angie does the same thing. Well, after 6 months, so many months, it starts to come apart again, so they black wax it and stuff like that, because
Okay,
the
but then,
alternative is not good.
then why did Bobby Peters fix the same crack going the other way? And it looks like it's part of the floor.
It was metal bracing, and he was supposed to
So that
have
was
that piece too.
different?
Yes. What it is where the floor comes over top of the floor joists, the one in the middle part of the big room,
Goes all the way
it
down.
shifts like this, so what happens to those tiles on top of it, it shifts. In between the doorway to go out back and the doorway to go into one of the other rooms, same thing, it shifts. Those 2 pieces got fixed. He said he was gonna come up with something for that, and then it didn't apparently get done. But it's been black waxed over, let me show you the
Since
video.
when?
This was done in January.
Well, it's cracked the other day, right?
Yeah.
We saw it. Could trip on it so much it's cracked.
I get,
So who are you
I
telling
just showed
us?
you the other day, that is not coming up the video.
So who are you telling us is gonna do the floor? Is it gonna be Bobby Peters or gonna be Marie?
I'm gonna have Marie go and black wax it again.
When?
I'm gonna go down and look at it tomorrow and look at the wax thing, at the weather strip, see if it's still there. I
Okay.
will look at it again to make sure that
Okay.
that is all it's gonna need,
And
because
if not, you'll
If
call
not,
Bobby Peters.
I'll call
Okay.
Bobby Peters and see
I
if
don't,
that's something.
I don't understand black wax and why does that,
Well, she's trying to show you.
why does that satisfy the condition?
It's the same condition that Angie has done over there for the last
Okay, but
10
I,
years. It covers it up, it makes it so it stays, and then
There's
it lasts.
asbestos under it.
It's like
It-
almost a tar,
okay,
you see what I'm saying?
yep. And you say it's going over expansion joints, or why are those tiles coming loose?
It's because the building shifts, because it's where braces underneath the building, and it's like this
It
on
didn't
them.
even look like tile to me. It looked like,
It is.
okay.
Okay, I guess I can go over and look for myself.
Well, you didn't take a picture of it, did you?
No, that's one thing I didn't.
Okay, so I've got Scott's gonna do the back door and the weather stripping. Sherry's got the roofer and it's Taylor tomorrow. Marie or Bobby's gonna do the floor. Is that it? And then we'll worry about the drip,
I can't get the video to come on.
the plaster
Yeah.
when the roof's done. Was that everything over there, you
I
think?
think so.
Okay.
Well, I just showed you the video the other day. There's a-
Yeah, and I couldn't believe it was,
The same floor, and it's the
Where-
same
yeah,
floor, and you
it
saw
was-
where exactly where the crack
it
was.
was very weird.
Yeah.
It looked like there wasn't a crack there at all.
Yeah, but there is. But it's that.
Can we get her on that like right off?
Yep,
These, are these pictures that are included in this, whatever, KL report or whatever, KD Associates report?
Yeah, what about them? These are the pictures of the damage to the
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
same ones.
Andy's got these.
from what I heard, it was, these pictures indicative of what the damage is, or is it worse than this?
It looks worse in person, I
It
think.
does look worse in person.
Okay,
It really does, and it dripped right into her office and on the everything. It
Yeah,
was-
Okay.
and I did take a picture of the back
It is worse in person.
office.
yeah, no, I see
It
a
really
thing
is.
that says delamination at the ceiling. Ooh, I'm worried, okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
delamination, infrared. This is
Oops.
Jamie's office, and it was,
Yeah, see,
yeah, he's got them too.
Yeah, okay,
I went too far.
have you
that's
seen?
all right, I look at fire pictures
Yeah.
too, I don't mind.
And I mean, it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
At the same time, they can't do anything, look at my dog, sorry, turn me on way.
Okay.
No sense of doing anything till you fix the roof.
Exactly.
but it's more,
Well, the floor's
But
not.
it's-
it's more staining than it is
Right.
Well, some of it's coming down.
plaster
Some of the
dropping in.
plaster and paint.
Well,
There is
these
plaster.
guys claim that they tested it and there's dampness in the walls. Of course there is.
Well, there is, because there's a leak right now.
Right.
But see this here?
That's a bad one.
There's also the shifting of the building, there's
Yes.
cracks
That's
like
cracked,
that.
and just,
Yeah, that's
The
okay.
shifting of the
Above
building
the
is
staircase,
cracked.
it's pretty bad.
That there, but you have to have somebody, that's why Sylvia and Brian,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask them, because they
Well,
have
it's
the
like
right scaffolding to
50
get up
feet
in
up
there.
there, I don't know how,
Okay,
so. All right, and we're gonna do this like tomorrow, right? You're not gonna do yours tomorrow, but. we're
No,
gonna
I'm
get
not.
The roofer, yeah, and I'll talk to
a
Marie
Roofer and
tomorrow.
talk to Marie.
hell, I am.
No, I know you're not gonna do it, but you're gonna do it, so it's all. And then we'll talk again. But, and I take it they're gonna do the ceiling up over the balcony
Yes, they're supposed to,
for
yes.
that.
Yes.
Ceiling over the balcony.
In this building.
This building,
Okay.
this building.
And who's gonna do that?
Sylvia and whoever.
Brian
Brian.
Dusso.
I
They
sent
were,
them.
they were scheduled back a couple months ago
Yeah, but
or
they haven't done it
more.
yet.
Yeah,
They just haven't.
because they have other jobs too that they have,
Everybody's backed up, I guess.
everybody is. And then with the COVID and everybody in a scare, and then we had a shutdown here and no one could get in, and
Well, then go upstairs and put double cells. No excuses anymore, because it's up by itself. They can just go up and fix it, because otherwise the whole ceiling might come rolling down.
What's the spelling on do so?
DEUSO?
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay,
It's
Same
the
as
short
Charlie,
form.
same as-
right
Yeah.
here, found it.
phonetic
This
spelling.
is where the crack is.
Yes, that's the crack, yes, that's the one.
This is back in January. This is the crack they're talking about.
Okay,
And it's been that same crack there for years, many years. But Angie started black waxing it, and it covers it up and takes care of it, so it doesn't
but
get,
that doesn't repair it though.
no.
But
So
if you
what-
have to take it all out, you're.
You have to
disturbing
take it all
asbestos.
out. You have to move everything out of the building.
And
And it's covering asbestos, so.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Isn't
And as
there a
long
way to
as we keep doing
encapsulate
this.
it better than waxing over it?
Bobby Peters did with the sides.
Yeah.
He can put something down.
So this here, if I start at the beginning
I'd rather
again.
have him do it.
Well, if we're gonna repair it every 6 months,
Look at my videos and I'm going back.
Because
Okay.
the other, Tim is
This is
perfectly
the
happy with
crack
it,
here.
did it quite a while ago, and it's never broken up since.
Come on.
'Cause he knows-
but it's in a private area, it's not in a public area.
See, that's the crack
So
she's talking
probably less
about.
traffic and,
There is,
But this is the floor.
but that reminds me, there was one more thing. The loading dock.
yeah, the boards need to be replaced.
Okay, Tim says the loading dock, Scott, didn't you guys do that yourselves?
We repaired it a couple of years
You
ago.
just repaired, you didn't replace?
Replaced the bumpers for,
Okay, well, he says it's rotting again, and so they do need something done on the loading dock, so how are we gonna do that? We gonna
I'd
hire
tear down
somebody?
concrete if it was me, but
You'd
that's
do
me.
what, concrete?
I'd tear the wood out and make it out of concrete,
Well, who would do that? Who can do that for us?
concrete contractor.
Okay.
I can get one.
Who did the stairs? He was very happy.
That's just my opinion. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, wait,
Wood
yeah, I
is-
have a quote for the rear
Concrete will
stairs
last.
for,
long as
the
the wood is
grand stairs
longer.
that are out back.
Yeah.
I have a quote for 3,000 for this year to repair those.
From who?
From, Oh my God.
Those are wooden, right?
Joe Bro.
Oh, Joe. You
Yeah.
can do wooden? No, not concrete?
No, he did the concrete stairs
Out
on the back.
front. He was
out
very, they
front.
were very happy with the front,
Yes, he
yeah.
fixed that, so the back stairs that go up to that loading dock are breaking apart in chunks.
Oh, those are concrete as well?
Yes.
Oh, good, yeah.
Those are
Joe-
slate, so Joe said $3,000 for those, so I can ask
I
him
thought
what
they
it would
were
cost.
wooden. Yep.
No,
No, do them in concrete and see if you could do the
it's a lot of smoke.
dock or whatever.
Well, it probably doesn't have to be as big as it is.
Yeah, you can infill it with gravel or stone too, not
Yeah.
spend all the money in concrete.
Right.
Right. Tell
Yeah.
them.
And, you know, I don't know what postal safety standards are in terms of the size of the loading dock, but
I don't know.
I think it could be smaller.
I'll find out.
So, okay, so you're gonna check that out with Joe?
Yep.
All right. Dock.
I don't know how the height and everything is with the truck they got
Yeah,
coming
they're gonna
now.
have to have
Right.
it come right off, right, the truck. Okay, so, we're good on that. Anything else before we go into executive session?
Oh, does anybody, that tag that I had talked to, John about for that valve above the door in the fire station. He said he doesn't have a license to tag that one.
Okay.
So I need a different type of plumber than what John is.
John who?
John
Mercy.
Mercy.
Oh,
So to tag that.
What's the valve?
Is that just a hot water valve?
No, basically it's a check valve, so
can Nick do it?
the
Nick,
fluid in the boiler doesn't go back into the town water.
Okay.
Backflow preventer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So,
I don't know.
I mean, I can ask Nick, but I don't know.
Nick can't work right now, he is driving though. I
But
saw
the state inspector said that's the only, as soon as I get it tagged by somebody, she said just give her a call until it's done, and she's all fine with that.
And John Mercy's not qualified.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I was like, he
Must
doesn't,
be
his license
just
doesn't
his
cover it.
level of,
Huh?
it must be his plumber license.
Is different
level or-
level or
yeah.
something, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can check with
Well,
Nick.
his main license is heating and gas.
Oh, that's true. That'd
And
be
so
true. Is there hot
it's
water?
it's a
Check that.
different thing.
Yeah.
He can still, it's a plumber's license, but it's related to heating and
Okay, so I'll check with
he's
Nick.
one of the few guys around that actually has the gas license.
Wonder if Blue Lens can do it.
And,
Oh, maybe Florence, okay. I was shocked that John didn't, I'm like,
I was
how else
shocked.
am I gonna get?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought they all were about the same.
What about Ward Manley? Ward Manley.
Yeah,
Ward Manley.
I'm not gonna say it.
Or don't say it,
I'm on,
I'm not facing the camera.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
I forgot, you'd asked before for the monthly animal report, this is the one I just got.
Okay, great,
Please
thank
look
you.
at it. Let's see what you think. Okay, we were gonna talk about ambulance, we're not gonna make any decisions about anything, I don't believe, right? We're meeting tomorrow, don't forget it, 4.
Are we recessing this meeting?
No, we're just gonna
It's a
talk about
separate
some other
meeting.
things, because tomorrow we're gonna talk about, we talked to the lawyer today, just to let you know,
Should we be in an executive session for
not
this?
yet.
Okay,
I'm not gonna say what he said, but we talked to the lawyer today to get some facts about, what we could do. So that, we're gonna bring that tomorrow. We wanna be there when Kylie's there, cause she's the money girl. And, so tomorrow at 4, we'll try to make it, an hour or so. Because we have a lot of things to do, and we're meeting tonight, and it's a lot of meetings, but we need to start making some decisions there that, we can start to share, but we need to talk about it first.
can I keep this?
What did I do again?
The dog report?
I forgot, it was only about 2 minutes, I forgot what I gave you. Yeah, I got it on my computer.
Not that I,
No, I got it, I gave it to you.
I'm gonna chase people, get with the sheriff to go
No, I
catch
don't
the
either.
dog that
I don't either. I had a
went on
report
somebody's
this
lawn.
week of guinea hens, going to the neighbors and eating all the bird food and then pecking on their window. And,
They didn't put enough out.
well, the guy that owns them said to her, well, they're on your property, do what you want. Of course, your first response is, well, shoot them, wrap
Yeah.
them, do something. But she's a handicapped woman who doesn't need to deal with that. But I don't think there's a law against having, I know there's not a law against having animals like that in the village, but I guess they can't bother other people. So I
They can't
asked
go off
Andre to go
property.
down and talk to the guy. Last night I asked him, so he hasn't done it yet, but, see if he can talk him into, or trap him and take him somewhere, whoever wants a guinea hen, I don't know, I don't think she needs to be bothered by them.
I've got a few recipes.
Yeah, you should do names, but too.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, they're all over Main Street.
I'm like, what the hell?
That's a good one.
Okay, I make a motion, we go into, executive session, just speak about ambulance personnel. Do I have a second?
Second.
Andy, all those in favor?
All right.
Aye. Well, you pack.